Hello, my friends. I hope you are all doing well. I am coming to you today because I wanted to give you an update on some of the challenges I've been working on because I'm finding, one, I'm enjoying these challenges, but as I'm enjoying them, I'm noticing how much they're kind of blending into each other. So, my most recent challenge um, is working on becoming fluent in French so that I can, in a year and a half, uh, be prepared to uh, take a trip to Paris and London. And I want to be able to be in Paris and speak as much French as fluently as possible between now and then. So I have a year and a half. But and that's my newest challenge doing that. One, because I wanted to give myself a why for getting back to working on my French, and also give myself the motivation to put in the work and put in the time saving to be able to give myself the gift of a trip to Europe because I've never been to Europe. So I've been doing a lot of stuff to kind of get my French going. Um, First thing I did was go to udemy.com, and they periodically have discounts on the online classes that they have. I just wrapped up doing a fundamentals of accounting course, which I did to kind of just help me with doing the bookkeeping for my LLC. And I found on there a package of three um, French language learning uh, courses that I got for a discount. They were like about roughly 13.99 each, which is a great deal. So I said it'll give me something that I can focus on working on a lesson every day. So I did that. I also picked back up doing the app Duolingo, just to kind of have something to be working on my vocabulary building, rebuilding my vocabulary. Because I've studied French in the past, but I never got to the point where I was ever felt comfortable speaking. The good thing is, because one of the worries I had with uh, working on the French language was that I may have forgotten a lot of the French. But as I've been doing the Duolingo, I'm learning that a lot of it is kind of coming back to me. So that's been great. So I'm doing the Udemy course. I'm doing um, the Duolingo. I've also found a woman on YouTube who I believe her name is Geraldine Lapere, and she has a website. I don't have it in front of me now. The name of the website, I'll try and bring that to you in another uh, video. But she talks about the value of learning spoken uh, French as opposed to written French, where most people, their study of the French language is so much on the writing, on textbooks, that you lose some of the importance of speaking French. And she works on helping you get comfortable with listening to how French people speak, and also listen for how French people kind of trim off certain vowels, certain vowel sounds from what they're saying, where they just kind of chop it into something shorter. And if you're not used to listening for that, you'll be confused. So it's not something that they put into the writing. In the writing, it's one way, but when they're speaking, some people speak very grammatically correct French, but a lot of people in their spoken day to day use of French trim things off. So I found that just a valuable thing on YouTube to add that to my listening education so that I'm aware uh, to really put a focus on listening as much as possible. So with that in mind, after I found her, excuse me, I think I mentioned this before. I had found out a little while ago that Los Angeles is the sister city to Paris. And for years they've had a film festival. I think it was called Cola, but now it has been renamed and it's called the American French Film Festival. So I was looking up information on that because I thought I had till April, because usually in the past I've noticed the Cola Film Festival was in April. But I guess since they've renamed it, they've shuffled things around, and they have the festival this year. It's I think the 28th festival that they've had, and it is on October 29th through November 3rd. So what I'm planning to do is kind of create a mini challenge for myself, and I want to participate in, going to this American French Film Festival, and they have some short. They have like a short festival within the festival, a short program on Wednesday and Saturday between October 29th and November 3rd, where you can go in the early and see some of the French shorts for free. So I'm going to take advantage of that so I can gauge where I am with being able to understand hearing French coming at me by watching these shorts. And I also bought a ticket for the closing night film, which is a new adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo, which will be in French with English subtitles. And I thought that would be a fun way. One, I love that story. Dumas is one of my favorite French authors. And The Count of Monte Cristo, I just love that story. So I'm going to try and do as much studying between now and November 3rd, when I go to see The Count of Monte Cristo, to see how much French just to gauge where I am. And so I'm going to try to just immerse myself between now and November 3rd, studying French in all these different ways to kind of bombard myself and kind of reawaken what French knowledge I have and push myself to practice and listen to French. I mean, I won't be trying to talk to people in French, but I really want to see how much I can understand when I'm hearing it and they're speaking very fast French. And the other thing that I did, in a prior video, I talked about checking out a record store in the San Fernando Valley by Screenland and Magnolia Boulevard called Atomic Records. And I picked up this album. It's a used record store, an album of Claude Aznavour, a French singer. I know nothing about him, but it's something I'm going to research. So I wanted to be able to listen to some French music and kind of see how much I can understand what's being said, and have something I can listen to over and over again. And it's music, so it kind of is approaching it from a different way from watching a movie or reading. I wanted to kind of incorporate music as well. And I also found this CD by Jacques Brel, who is a French singer. Again, I don't know anything about him, but I'm going to do some research on him. But I wanted to have some French that I can listen to. And I'm not sure if he's a jazz singer or not, but he was in the jazz section, of the CDs. So I'm looking forward to listening to their music and see how much French I can pick up from that. So that's kind of my update of where I am with my French challenge. I still have a year and a half, but I know that learning a language is a challenge, and I don't expect to be like totally fluent in a year and a half, but I want to push myself as much as possible to do it, and I've been doing a little bit every day. And the good thing is that all these things, like I said, have been blending into each other. So um, before I do my French lesson online, I do my piano lesson, which is online. So I'm doing, so that I'm doing that every day as well. And uh, so I'm trying to kind of compound these things that I'm doing so that uh, they all are kind of motivating me to be on top of all these things. And they're things that I'm enjoying doing, but it's helping me just to develop the habit of working on all these things because I'm just having so much fun with working on the French and trying to get to a place where I am uh, going to be able to be fluent and feel comfortable talking. That it's just kind of exciting going down this road. So, and also as I've been thinking about uh, the trip to Paris, I've been watching episodes on Netflix of Emily in Paris, and it reminded me of, and watching different videos about going to France. One of the things that they talked about was uh, learning to dress like you're from Paris. Because, one, just for safety, where if you go and people can look at you and say, oh, this is an American, you become more of a target for pickpockets. So if you take the time to kind of think about your wardrobe, think about what you're wearing, and try to fit in when you're in Paris, you're saving yourself some of the hassle or minimizing the chances of you getting robbed or being a target for pickpockets. So it has me thinking about my wardrobe. And again, that kind of falls in line with my desire to kind of get myself, with my Better Body Challenge, where I get myself into shape and taking care of my face and my hair. All of this is kind of, I'm linking them together to my trip to Paris so that when I'm going to Paris, I am having as much fun as possible because I'll be in the best shape of my life and I will be looking as good as possible. So all of these things have been helping motivate me to work on all these things and not let any of them slack. So I've been going to the gym uh, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, doing strength training, and that's been a lot of fun because I'm starting to feel the benefits in terms of just kind of the positive outlook, that having the endorphins flowing and creating the nitric oxide from breathing through my nose as I'm doing the different exercises, I'm starting to feel the soreness in different areas of my body, which is great because, again, I'm trying to get into my best shape by my birthday on May 10th. So, and I've also been thinking, in terms of planning to be able to dress like a Parisian and thinking more about my clothing. I recognize I really have to target uh, the belly fat in my stomach because as much as I've been working out and feeling like when I leave the gym, because I'm working my chest muscles and my shoulders, a lot, I feel myself kind of standing a little taller when I walk. But then when I see my silhouette, there's still, you know, the belly fat here. And it made me realize, like, when I get to that place, for my birthday in May, I want to make sure that my stomach is as trim and I have that V shape as possible so that I can start thinking about clothing to buy that I can fit and kind of maintain that weight. But I need to really make sure that I target my waist so that one, uh, the silhouette of the clothing that I buy doesn't look off. So that's just been another motivation to start targeting different exercises to do. So I know I'm going to be doing the strength training, but I want to add when I get home, maybe doing some yoga and stretches and doing different exercises that will really help target the stomach muscles and help me lose as much visceral fat as possible. But thinking about the French trip has me also thinking about my exercise routine, so it's not so general that I'm just kind of doing random exercises, but I want to make sure that I have certain goals with my weight loss and strength training that allows me to look good or look better in the clothing that I buy. Because right now, I'm thinking more about my wardrobe when I go out on my different adventures, but I still know that my body shape is still not where I want it to be. So these are all just kind of motivations when I'm doing my living out loud challenges, going out into the city. I do recognize, I am where I am in my journey, and that's great. That's not going to stop me from going out, but it's helping me become even more disciplined with those other areas because I need to think about what I'm eating more and how much exercise I'm putting in, that I push myself to work harder to achieve these goals, because these goals are more than just about having the better body and be able to go to gay pride with my shirt off. I want to be able to go to Paris looking great and wearing clothes that really make me look my best. So that's been kind of the fun part of all these things coming together. So so I want to. So that's my update on the French language learning. Now, in terms of kind of taking care of myself better, like I said, I've been going to the gym for 5 days out of the week, and I'm still doing some walking on the weekends and when I can during the week. But my focus right now is on the strength training and incorporating the yoga and stretching stuff. In terms of taking care of um, the rest of my body, my face and hair, uh, I've been doing my massaging daily, 30 minutes to an hour. And like I said in a prior video, I can feel hair starting to grow in, especially towards the back, and it's kind of slowly moving forward. Um, but I'm feeling good about doing the massage stuff. And I don't know if you noticed, but um, my hair has kind of a more of a curly wave pattern to it, and that is because when I've been using a conditioner and mixing it with like a tablespoon or two of amla powder and using that as a conditioner, because I make up hair masks for my hair using different Ayurvedic herbs that I mix with my shampoo, or I mix with coconut oil, avocado oil, um, olive oil, or shea butter. I kind of mix them and create a hair mask, uh, and then do that once a week and do once a month. At the end of every month, I do a hair mask using henna and indigo, because the henna will help strengthen the hair and the indigo will help keep the hair looking more black than the reddish color that comes from the henna dye. So I do that because the henna can dry out the hair. I do that just once a month at the end of every month. And I do it at the end of every month just as an easy date for me to just remember. Oh, it's the end of September. Last week I did a henna mask last weekend. And here is a mixture of different powder, Ayurvedic powders, Binraj, Amla, uh, powdered aloe vera, shiitake, and fenugreek that I mixed and added with the different oils, coconut oil, a little shea butter, and some peppermint. And I used those to make that mask. And I did that last night. And then I did after I did the mask, and I left it on for like 2 hours. I rinsed that out, and then I did a conditioner with the castor oil conditioner I had. And you can use just about any conditioner that you have. You just want to make it, I believe, sulfate-free, conditioner with the amla powder, and that kind of really helped with the wave pattern. Mixing fenugreek powder as well with your conditioner or in your hair mask also really, when I use amla and fenugreek powder with, whatever vehicle I use to kind of mix it in my hair, that's really helped bring back the curl into my hair in a really healthy way. So I've been doing that, and I know that's going to still take more time for the hair regrowth to show, but I will say my hair has been kind of, growing out, and I just like the curl pattern to it because it's nice and easy to manage. Now, going to my face, my biggest issue are the bags under my eyes, so that's going to be a challenge. I have some under eye stuff that I use, little kind of patches. But yesterday, I got this. It's Annie Gold, hyaluronic acid and vitamin E serum. I got this at Marshall's, but I'll see if there's a link for it that I can put in the description area. If they have this on Amazon, you can get it there. And I'll put all these things that I'm showing you, I will try and find a link on Amazon, below in the description in case you want to try any of these things for yourself. I'll have a link that you can just click on and pick it up from Amazon. So I've been using this as kind of a moisturizer, one under here and for the rest of the skin to kind of hydrate and help moisturize my face as much as possible, because as I've been doing a lot of walking, with the sun damage, I want to make sure I get my vitamin E, but I also want to take care of the skin. Like I said, the biggest challenge is going to be the bags. I've been trying to drink a lot more water, get onto a regular sleep pattern. But if you guys know of anything to try to help with the under eye puffiness, please feel free. Let me know in the comments below, because I am open to trying different things. But I do feel like I am making progress with taking care of my skin. I may have shown this in a prior video. I have this facial scrubber that I got off of Amazon that I use to apply Cetaphil. Put a little bit on there, and I do that on my face, and then I wash it off. And after that, I have a little jar somewhere around here of apple cider vinegar and water. I mix it half and half in a bottle because apple cider vinegar is kind of like a toner that helps with your skin, and it's supposed to be helpful with kind of removing skin tags. Now, I know the skin tags come from, one, it's a sign of the diabetes, type 2 diabetes that I have, but I figured if I'm using that apple cider vinegar consistently, that may help remove them, but that will take over time. We'll see if that works, but it works. It's a really great toner for your skin, but you want to cut the apple cider vinegar in half with water so that it's not too harsh on your skin. So I do that after I wash it with the Cetaphil. I do the apple cider vinegar and as a toner, then wash it off, and I'm going to start applying this after that. Now, in terms of taking care of my teeth, because that was when I started doing these videos, that was the biggest thing for me to deal with was my teeth. So what I did was I picked up this, it is a water irrigator. It's like a water flosser. So instead of using the flossing string, you could use the water flosser, and it has, here I'll just show you again, it has a kind of tank here for you to fill up with water, and it has 10 different speeds on there to in terms of intensity for cleansing, and you have a number of different tools to use. One is a sorry about that, a tongue scraper. One is for your gums. One is to help remove plaque. And so I just got this. I just started experimenting with it, but I could already feel like it's helping with my bottom row of teeth, kind of removing the buildup of plaque, because I can't afford to go to a dentist right now. So I really wanted to kind of step up my routine, and I have kind of like a pick that you can kind of work on removing plaque as whatever, as well. But I got this because it kind of really helped focus on my lower teeth to kind of help improve the whiteness of my teeth. So that was an investment, and I just got that on Amazon. It was on sale. I got that for like $31, which is a great deal for what it can do in terms of improving my smile and just improving my confidence. One, as I'm doing these videos. So that's an investment that I made. I will put a link to this, on there. They have a number of different ones. They have one. This is one that's kind of for your home, but they also have on Amazon a variety of portable ones that you can take, if you travel somewhere. Eventually, I will pick up one of those for when I start doing more traveling. But I got that. I'm going to be working that, every night to make sure I take care of my teeth so that by the time I get to France, I am looking fabulous. Okay, so the other thing I did was pick up a sonic scrubber. So that's this. It's by Black Wolf, and it is rechargeable. So you kind of plug it in from here, and it's almost like, charging your phone. This kind of plugs into the top, and it's a twofold thing where I can either use this for my face, I charge it up, and you can charge it like your cell phone. It doesn't come with the attachment that goes into your phone, but you could literally use the attachment that you have for your iPhone or whatever phone you have, and you just plug that in, and you charge it up, and this kind of lights up here, and you can use this for your face, or you have this attachment that goes on here, and you can stretch it out, and you use this for the rest of your body, and it's kind of a sonic scrubber, so I'd apply the Cetaphil or whatever body wash you want to use, and kind of work it for your whole body. So I just got this. I'm going to start using that, and I think between this, like I may use this for my body, and keep this for my face, but I may want to try it once in a while to see how this will work on a face. But it seems so big that this one, I like that I can get all, around the place. But I will give this a shot too. So this is Black Wolf Sonic Scrubber, and you charge it up and go to town. So I'm going to be using that, and I'm hoping that'll kind of help, especially as I'm working out so much and creating a lot of sweat. I don't want to let a lot of dead skin build up as I'm sweating a lot. So I want to kind of just remove it, and kind of help stimulate, whatever fat cells I can to move on their way with the sonic scrubber. So in terms of taking care of my body, I will be using those things on my body, incorporating that with what I've been doing with going to the gym and the moisturizer stuff I've been doing on my face. So for my hair, the last thing I also picked up was this peppermint oil, and I got this from Marshall's as well, and I'll see if they have a link to this, but you can get a link to any kind of all-natural peppermint oil that you want to, I kind of add that with the oils that I'm using to massage into my scalp, because the peppermint oil is good for stimulating the hair growth and circulation. So I think that's it for this update. I wanted to share these things with you because just having these gadgets and tools to help me with working on my challenges, they've really helped make these things less of feeling like a chore and more like a fun adventure I'm having, kind of redefining my grooming routine, taking care of my face and my hair and my teeth, and making sure that I'm doing more targeted exercises so that the exercise is going to help me with being able to make better choices with the clothing that I'm going to be picking out as I move forward and get into the body that I want to maintain once I get there for my May 10th Better Body Challenge. So that is it. I hope these things that I'm sharing with you have been helpful. And if you are interested in trying any of these things for yourself to start your grooming program, I will have a list of those things that you can get from Amazon. Feel free to use the links that I'll be providing in the description area below. So that is it. I'm going to wrap up this video. Wish you guys all the best. I hope that by my sharing what I'm doing, that I may be motivating you guys to either get into better shape, to kind of come up with a grooming program for yourself or an exercise program for yourself, because they kind of all work hand in hand, where the more you're taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and the better you feel, because all this stuff has me thinking more about what I put into my body, because it's reflected in my skin and in my weight. So I really want to make better food choices, which is why I have that Eat to Beat Your Diet, book as well, that I'm referring to, so that I'm making better choices in the food I eat, which empowers me to go to the gym and hopefully build muscle and burn fat and create the body that I want. So I hope you can use some of these things that I have posted below to try to kickstart your challenge for yourself. So until next time, you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bisous.